Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it means to have your natal moon in the sign of Cancer. So the first thing that I thought of when I was about to turn this video on is how I'm in a cozy sweater, sweatpants. I have a warm cup of coffee here in my favorite mug that's very sentimental to me. And I feel like all of that is like an energetic representation of what it means to have your moon in Cancer, like how these people feel, and what these people need, okay? So when we have the moon coming through the sign of Cancer, we have a very soothing, nurturing, emotional presence, okay? These people truly care for those that they care about. Um, they are very, very emotional people, and they can sometimes conceal this fact with like a more tough exterior. Like, think of Cancer, the crab, right? You don't always necessarily know that these people are so sensitive because of their self protectiveness, but arguably this is one of the most sensitive moons. Well, of course, all the moons in water signs are, but because of its rulership, there is like a doubled emphasis on the emotions here, which can be very good. It can be very natural. I mean, this is the moon's home. Cancer is ruled by the moon. This is a strong placement, but it's a strong placement for the emotions being at home. So, for someone who is uncomfortable in the realm of emotions, this is going to be a difficult and uncomfortable life experience. So, with this moon, it's like they have to learn how to have a healthy relationship with their own emotions and with their own like self nurturing faculties. Like, if they can learn how to nurture themselves in the same way that they naturally nurture others, they can be very happy and emotionally secure people, although they are going to be overly sensitive at times. And with this moon, I think it's really good for them to realize and understand that other people really love them and care about them, and want to be there for them in the same way that they are there for other people. There can be this kind of imagining that other people are against them, like kind of paranoia feelings with this moon, especially if there's difficult aspects to this moon, like a moon opposite Saturn or something. They can really feel like paranoid and threatened easily by other people when that is maybe not actually happening in reality. And maybe it is, and maybe the Cancer moon person needs to learn to have stronger boundaries and not be so loving and giving and nurturing to people who are actually abusive to them. That is also a possibility. So, not discounting that that is sometimes part of the lesson of having this moon sign, is learning, where to actually give your energy where it's valued, right? But sometimes I've seen this with Cancer moon people. They can be very overly sensitive to imaginary slights that are not there. Like my best friend since kindergarten. I've had the same best friend since kindergarten. She has Cancer moon, and she's a Scorpio sun, so she's double water. But she used to always, and it used to just annoy everybody. When we were younger, she would always like be like, "Do you hate me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me?" Like she would always like question like everybody, like, "Do you actually hate me?" Now, this is an extreme example, and there's maybe other things going on there. God bless her, love her so much. Now she's really activated the positive side of this moon sign too. By the way, she doesn't do that anymore. But that's kind of the energy that it could be. On one level, is like constantly like just needing that reassurance, like that they're wanted, that they're appreciated, that they're loved, like, and they can be very needy for that reassurance, and very emotionally demanding in some cases, because it's like their emotions, it's like this endless what's the word I'm looking for, where they just like need that reassurance, they need to like suck it in like endlessly from other people. So this moon sign is actually very favorable for relationships of all kinds, and like Cancer is the energy about the family, it's about the home. So these people, they need emotional closeness and intimacy and family and feelings of like being in soulmate friendships. Even like that is something that's very healing for them, is just knowing they have like their kin, right? Their soulmate people, not just romantic, but although romantic relationship is going to be very important here for their emotional well-being, but they need to feel like they have these close connections where they can be themselves, where they can be loved, where they can be nurturing and be nurtured. This moon sign, traditionally they would say, you know, they would make great homemakers and cooks and, you know, all of those kinds of Cancer fourth house things, parenting, all of these kind of things are going to be favored for this moon sign, just because it's the moon in its natural home, right? So they can be good at those kind of things. I mean, depending on other things in the chart, but they emotionally can be very nurturing. Something I love about this moon sign is they will always remember your birthday. They will always get you a thoughtful gift if they have more generous placement somewhere else. This doesn't necessarily mean they're generous either. Cancer energy is not necessarily like super generous unless we have other things going on. But if they really care about you, then they're generous, okay? So in that case, they can be very generous, they can be very giving, they can get you the most thoughtful gifts, they can take care of you, they can nurture you, they can emotionally connect with you like no other, right? Like the fire sign moons, while they're very fiery and fun and impulsive, you don't always necessarily feel like they really can feel you because they're off in their own fiery land. But the Cancer moon person is here and grounded and looking right in your eyes and is like, I sympathize with you, I feel you, and they mean that. So and that's exactly what they need in return, is like exactly what they give to other people. But you know, with this placement, if they can understand that they're emotional and not shame that part and actually develop a healthy relationship with their emotions, they can be incredibly powerful people, because we have the moon functioning in its highest way. So we have the emotions actually helping us in life. We have the emotions and our intuition, and the natural, like, highest power of the lunar force helping us in our life. We're going to have like spot on intuition. We're going to have true, nurturing, caring, loving feelings coming from the heart. We're going to have deep connections with people and a very soothing energy. So this can be a really good placement for the moon, and they can be very successful because there is like a naturalness about this moon. There's like a resourcefulness. There's like they have excellent timing as well. Like they know when to retreat and they know when to act. And that's something that Cancer energy is usually quite good with, is like, yeah, there's a time to be on the offensive, and then there's a time when it actually is time to retreat and your energy is, you know, more needing to withdraw. And the Cancer moon person, when they follow their intuition, they can really be in tune with those cycles, which leads to greater success. The other thing that I'll mention about this moon sign is that women, you know, with their monthly cycle, they can really benefit from learning about it and learning about the different phases. Like there's actually like, you know, 4 seasons, right? You have your winter when you're on your period, and then you have your summer when you're on your ovulating time. And the woman with Cancer moon can really be in tune with these natural cycles. And if she can be in a healthy relationship with her cycle, you know, retreat when it's winter and, you know, be out there when it's summertime, like that, it will really help her success in life. So the Cancer moon woman is going to need to honor that feminine cycle. She's not going to want to be like go, go, go all the time. She's going to need to really honor her natural intuition and energy cycles, and also be very discerning with her heart. Like, because when she loves so deeply. And this is the same for men too, but I'm just was thinking specifically of women. But yeah, when these people love you and care about you, they will give you the world, and they can be very loyal and long-standing in their relationships because of that Cancer energy of like needing that close kin, that soul family. So like if they have you in their life as like this soul family person, they can devote to you and be there for you for a lifetime. So it can be very loyal as well. The moods can fluctuate. They can be, as like with the moon, they can be moody, right? They can need their space and need their alone time to retreat and need their time to be moody. But you know, once they understand this and just really honor this, they can be actually pretty emotionally stable people as well, and emotionally intelligent people. They can be quite gifted in the realm of emotions. An excellent profession for them would be, you know, some type of thing where they are, you know, maybe like a counselor or someone who is helping with someone else's emotions, helping them, like a therapist, counselor, that kind of thing, or a cook, or a mother, a father. Like these people make excellent parents. Any of the nurturing, giving professions would be really good because their heart energy is just so strong, and their emotional need to nurture and be nurtured is so strong that that would be a good use for it. But so there's many gifts of this placement, and also the downfalls I think I've talked about. Men with this placement are more natural with women. They can really understand the woman's cycle as well, and the woman's emotional nature, because so are they. They are also like this. So it is generally favorable for like marriage relationships for the man to have moon in Cancer, although the wife is going to be, you know, a more emotional type probably with this moon, depending on other things, you know, Venus, Mars, whatever else is going on. But yeah, pretty good placement to have for traditional marriages, and just for being a very emotionally connected and caring person. I'm a big fan. If you guys, yeah, like I said, my best friend has this placement, and it's good to see. Depending on what age you are, there are some people that have it opposite to like Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, like in the 1990-ish, 1989, 1988 range, where there's some tension, where it can be very emotionally challenging and difficult. And everybody's going to have something going on. I mean, you could have it making other aspects too. That's when it's really going to become apparent the need for emotional healing. Oh, and also I should mention with this placement too, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, how much the early family life and the upbringing has left an imprint on their soul. This is a placement where they need to do some type of inner child healing, or revisiting of the childhood, because they are very conditioned by that. And also they tend to be very strongly influenced by the family dynamic. And so it's just good to be aware of that. It, like, okay, what are you taking on from that upbringing that maybe you don't want to take on anymore? Maybe it's not the real you. Maybe you just took it on, because the people with Cancer moon, they have taken that on. And then they can be the generational, you know, cycle breaker, by, you know, reparenting their inner child and then choosing to raise their children differently, right? So these are important themes for people with Cancer moon. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I'd love to hear your experiences of this moon. If you have it, if you know someone who has it, love to hear it. Love your comments always. And I do offer one-on-one sessions. I do a personal natal chart reading, going deep into your soul purpose. And then I also do synastry relationship chart sessions, comparing two charts, and we go into the composite chart as well. Those are my offerings. My links are below. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.